Acharyaji, the environment, whatever you have mentioned, is actually there in my house. But that initiative, I have to start doing now. That does not come. Unless somebody they say.
How do you manage to catch a flight? How do you manage to send your kid to the school? How do you manage to get up in time and cook breakfast? How do you stick to those routines? How do you follow those disciplines? Is it so that you are totally a stranger to discipline? Please. Is it so that you just do not know what it means to adhere to a schedule, to a commitment? Is it so? Then why are you asking me how to do it? You know how to do it in all the mundane matters of life. But when it comes to the most central and important thing in life, then you turn helpless and ask me, Acharyaji, that environment is there, those books are there, those videos are there, but how to bring myself to watch them? That I cannot tell you. In some way, that is as bad as asking me, Acharyaji, you are here, the environment is fabulous, but how do I make myself listen to you? How do I tell that? That is your free will. Unless you develop an inner consent, there can be no inner progress. All that I am saying is based on the assumption that fundamentally every human being has a deep urge for liberation. Given that deep urge, being backed fully by the presence of that deep urge, then I say, now here is the route to satisfy that urge, to bring yourself to contentment. But if you will tell me, I do not have that urge at all in the first place, then I'll say I'm helpless. I cannot do anything. If you come over here and tell me, Acharyaji, I'm not able to make sense of what you are saying. I can repeat 1,000 times and try to elucidate in a variety of ways. Correct? If you tell me, Acharyaji, I'm not able to make sense of what you say, then I can twist the tail or clarify with examples. Too many things. But what if you tell me, Acharyaji, I do not want to listen to you? Then I'll say, surrender. All this interaction is predicated on what? It is predicated on your urge to learn. If that very urge is absent, then what will this person do? Nothing. Do you have that urge? If that urge is there, then you have to respect that urge, side with that urge, promote it, fuel it, support it. Just as you ensure that you cook breakfast in time, ensure that you enter the study in time. How do you ensure that your child boards the school bus in time? How do you ensure that? If you can ensure that your kid boards the school bus in time, how can you not ensure that you enter the study in time? You know the means, right? And if you have the means, then it is matter of will rather than capability. Invoke your own will. Ask yourself what is good for you. Once you know what is good for you, have single-minded determination towards it. If we could bring even half of the determination that we display to gather rubbish in the world to our inner advancement, then we would not need to gather rubbish in the world. It is not that we are bereft of qualities. Go to a battlefield and see how the soldiers fight each other. Look at their determination. So, determination we know, right? Those fellows are prepared to give up their life and to take somebody else's life without even knowing the name of that person. So, we know how to shed our own blood. We know all those things, correct? We know how to suffer pain and stay put and firm in spite of the pain. We know all those things. But what do we use that quality for? We use that quality just to kill somebody else. We use that quality to follow orders. Similarly, go to the corporate sector and see how driven people are. Look at their ambitiousness. Look at their commitment levels. Look at their determination. If they could bring, I say, a quarter of that determination to their own self-improvement, then they would not need to be so ambitious in the workplace. We have resolve, we have tenacity. It's just that we are employing them at all the wrong places. Look at a murderer. Does the thought of police or punishment daunt him? It is some kind of a fearlessness, right? If you could bring, I say, a quarter of that fearlessness to the right place, then you would be a totally different person. So discipline you know, resolve you know, determination you know, even fearlessness you know. But you use all these qualities in the service of the wrong goals. Intellect you have, no? Go to some laboratory or go to some top-notch organization, especially a research-based organization, and look at the fascinating application of intellect. But what is that intellect mostly used for? Petty things. If you could deploy your intellect at the right place, just visualize how your life could have changed. All the great talents that we have, we put them to absurd uses. No? It is not sufficient to be gifted with qualities. It is not at all sufficient to be talented. Far more important than being talented or gifted is the ability to know with discretion where to employ that talent. Talent or qualities without devotion and discretion are like loose cannons, unguided missiles. Hmm? A chimpanzee with an AK-47. A very talented chimpanzee that can take very sharp aims. But it being a chimpanzee, it does not know what to shoot at. But it is very gifted. If it decides to shoot at something, it will chase and shoot that thing down. That's how most people live. That's how most talented people are. Talented gorillas carrying AK-47s. Imagine a chimp sharpshooter. That's how most of your talented people are. It is such a travesty that the best that mankind can have gets drifted in all wasteful directions. People ask me, oh, you had high education, this, that. How did you then turn to spirituality? I feel like asking, is it not obvious? If you have been gifted with something, be it intellect, be it reasoning power, be it analytical ability, be it knowledgeability, won't you want to dedicate your talents to the highest purpose possible? Instead, if after being educated, in some of the stellar institutions of this country, of the entire world, if you decide to sell tomato ketchup for a company and get paid nicely for it, is that the right application of your talent? Selling tomato ketchup or selling bank loans? Or detergents? Or mobile phones? I have nothing against selling. I want to ask you, what is it that you are selling? I too sell. I'm a salesman. What is it that you are selling? Is that the best you can sell? Were you born to sell mutual funds? Were you born to increase shop floor efficiency by 2.8% and be handsomely rewarded for it? What's the sum total of your life? I helped improve a production process, a manufacturing process. And made it 2.8% more efficient. That led to a saving of $2 million for my MNC masters. Of those $2 million, a few thousand were thrown at me as well. And I gladly caught them. Real talent lies in using whatever you have in the best way possible. And what is the best way? The best way obviously is that which leads to the best destination. What is the best way? That leads to the best destination. So, what is the best use of your talents? Devote it to the highest task possible. Don't sell yourself off so cheaply.